Howdy everyone, Jake from Walkie Farm here, and today we are at West Wyalong at one of our projects up here called Damara Heights. Little fun name that this endeavour adopted. Jim in the video over here leases close to 2,000 acres, this freehold, and does custom grazing with our sheep for us. So today we've come up to tag all the new lambs. We've tagged over 100 lambs and I ran out of tags. I reckon we're probably 10 short. Geez, it would have been, no, it was probably close to 130 lambs actually. We went through 5 strings of clips. And we got a little bit of all sorts. I'll quickly show you through the flock. The sheep is quickly becoming our highest unit enterprise. In the front here, we've got some, it's funny how we haven't segregated the animals like this. These sheep have been with these sheep for over a year. Here you've got a bit of a composite white shedder that I bought, and they're big bodied, pretty rough on fences. They're all right until they have lambs, and because we're running the rams in all the time, they've always got lambs, but they're doing the job. They shed back pretty clean. You see one of them's got fly strike. We just gave it a biological treatment, so the strike's got under the hair pretty early in the season. We were surprised to see it. It's obviously suffering, but we've given it a treatment and it should come good pretty rapidly. If not, we would always expedite the process and put them down humanely so they're not suffering with that. But there's those composites, and then over here we start to get into the Damaras, which is a breed I'm really excited about. I'm really enjoying watching them mother and watching them breed, and we just got loads of single lambs all over the place. You can see they're funny coloured. They got horns, they got all the colours and stripes, and the lambs are just the cutest things. Otto's been absolutely gung-ho tackling. He'd tackle lambs this size or bigger, no problem. Pick them up for me so I can put a tag in their ear. A few of those composites have snuck into here. They've all just got Damara rams over them now. Actually, there is the original composite ram floating around in here too, and he'll be going over some of the Damaras. So we're not strictly chasing the pure Damara line, but we're not putting any effort to get away from it either. So they're not usually what people would expect, or they're not usually what people would aim for out of a sheep in Australia. They're tall and they're the wrong colour and they've got horns and they're leggy. And we've gone with them for similar reasons. Why we appreciate the Nguni is they're vigorous, they're easy doing, they really seem to be, they mob up in the paddock real nice, and they graze like goats almost. They have a bit of a browsing tendency. And we're just wanting a low input, shedding, fertile, long living animal. Because we're putting all the lamb through our own label, we don't get gutted at the market for having the wrong colour. It's almost like a merle colour. It's like a strawberry roan or something. Not exactly sure. We haven't done a proper head count, but including all the lambs, it'll be somewhere between 500 and 600. Here's that tagger, Jim. So sheep sells really well here in Australia. It's not our most eaten meat. I thought it was. Can't remember what it is, but I remember looking it up going, oh, I thought lamb was number one. It's not, but we do produce an enormous amount of it and we export a lot. Interesting for any American viewers is lamb consumption. I was reading this article the other day about how lamb consumption in the States is going up, but lamb production is actually coming back a little bit. These are some new ones that we just trucked in from a lease and about an hour down the road. So they're going to be turned out all together, naturally. There's two ewes in here that aren't so great. This one, bit matted and daggy. We don't know what to do with you yet, darling. Okay, the rule is generally if they're not suffering and they got the will to live, we'll give them a chance. But are you suffering? Maybe. And this skinny one here, who looks pretty rough, but she's got a pretty vigorous lamb at foot. And they're still spending a bit of time together. So yeah, interesting. I really like these red ones, and if I was going to select for anything, and it's not because of the colour, I like the colour's fine, but the red ones, I don't know if they're all a similar genetic throwback or something, but they all seem to shed better. See, this one is probably its mum here, and it's starting to shed. It's only, we haven't even hit summer yet, so I wouldn't be expecting to see clean animals yet, but the red ones do seem to shed earlier. See, there's a bit of an example there. Earlier and more completely, and they do seem to just always have the slight edge on body condition. So, you know, I know that's not because they're red, but there might be some underlying trait that they're all sharing there. So just observing. There's another one, clean. Can you see it? A clean, fat red shedder. And these guys are a little bit too hairy to pick up on it, but they've got a fat tail head. They're a fat-tailed sheep. Here's one. This is probably the wrong pen to try to zoom in on that sort of thing. Let me see if I can get them to stand still. Oh, they're throwing some dust up. See that little lamb there? See how the tail head is? Guys, you're hopeless. It's fat on the top, and they store fat there, they store energy there, but it's also a great indicator of body condition and who's ready for market and maybe who isn't. So we're just going to move these into a back pen. We're about to run all these through. We'll get a head count, and we'll also draft out. I've got my tandem trailer here, so we'll draft out about probably fit somewhere between 15 and 20 to take home and drop off at the abattoir, and that'll be lamb for the next couple of weeks. Anyway, thanks for watching.